Hey guys and girls. Okay, it's question and answer number 8. And it's 1:30 at night right now, so we better get at it here. Let's see. Okay, first question. Is there an animal that I prefer not to trap and put up for auction but still do? Boy. Well, I guess when prices are low, all of them I'd prefer not to, but I still do, just because they need to be trapped and kept under control, which is, you know, one of the reasons why we do this. But I guess lynx would be number one. You know, and if I seen them around lots, like if they were an animal that you saw when you're in the bush quite often, then I might not, even when you're getting $80 for a lynx. You know, it's such a, an animal that never is really got high concentrations of, or a large population, so that would be probably number one. But like I said, it's, it almost seems a shame to, kill an animal for some of the prices that we get, but like I said, they need to be controlled. It's, so we just do what we do. Okay. Trapper 234 wants to know, what do I prefer most and in what order, hunting, fishing, or trapping? Well, it would be trapping, hunting, and then fishing. And so obviously trapping the most, and I guess if you actually had to do it, it would be trapping, and then hunting and fishing. I don't mind fishing, but I need something I get, I like catching big pike, but walleye fishing, I couldn't care if I ever caught another walleye in my life. Big pike fishing I don't mind, but I still, being in a boat just makes me feel trapped, and I can't, I don't like it, so it would be, trapping, 80%, hunting 15, fishing 5. So, and another question he has is, how long do I intend on trapping? Like what age? Well, hopefully till the day I die. And if I die out on my trap line, that would be perfect, because that means I was trapping till the day I died. That would be just about perfect. I'm 57 now, I'm already 47, or I'm 17 years older than I ever thought I'd live to be when I was younger. Really, I figured I'd never make it to 40, but doing good, 17 years in the plus, so it's a bonus. And like I said, if it gets to where I can't walk, by then they better have invented one of them little hoverboards so I can still go around and check my traps. Do I use the oil sacs from the beaver? Not anymore. When I used to be in the bush all the time. When I was younger, I used to wear mucklucks, and I mean, if you know what those are, they're the all leather boots. Great for snowshoeing. But they're, like I said, they're all leather, and I used to use the oil sacs to waterproof them and to waterproof my mitts. But for really, there's no reason or no use for them right that I know of. They don't. It's not something that I would use for scent making or anything. So there's another question I just got on the video I just put up, wondering if I brush my furs because they you know, before I send them away to the sale. And yeah, I brush my furs as soon as they come off the board. I brush them all. If there's burrs in like the coyotes or any dry fur like that, they come out before I even skin them. But yeah, beavers, as soon as they come off the board, they all get brushed. Obviously, the animals that are case skinned with the fur in, you don't brush them. But everything else I do. I can tell it's 1:30. Sorry, yawning away here. Okay, Shag Nasty wants to know, are lynx and bobcats graded the same way? And I see other videos, this cross fox, what is he a cross of? And can you bait foxes in the same way as wolves and coyotes? Yeah, I mean, when you have a bait station, you're going to have wolves, you're going to have coyotes, and you'll have foxes all coming to it. If it's in an area where there's a lot of wolves, you probably won't get a lot of those other, I mean, lynx will come to them too. But if the wolves are hanging around, the other animals have a tendency to stay away because they'll just become part of the bait pile if they don't, because the wolves will take them out. Okay, lynx and bobcats, they're pretty much graded the same way. They have slightly different you know, things they look for in bobcat and lynx. Pretty much, you know, the same thing. Clear bellies, good spots, especially for the bobcats. You know, size differences a little bit, but no, I don't catch bobcats here, obviously. But that's probably a question we'll leave for the, you know, we're going to try and get one of the FHA graders onto the chat that we have on Sunday nights on Norm's channel. He's agreed to come on, so it's just a matter of setting up a time. I tried to get a hold of them yesterday, but they're out. The guys are all out moose hunting for the week, so. But that's something we'll check into. And so on here, anyways, he was asking about the cross fox. What is it a cross of? Cross fox is just a color face of a red fox. It's a female red fox can have silver pups, red pups, and cross fox pups. It's all just a genetic color mutation. It's called a cross fox because of when the pelt is on the board, you'll see there's a dark brown line that goes down the middle of its back, and then it goes across its shoulders, down its front legs, and when the pelt is on the board, it looks like a cross, and that's what gives it the name, not because it's a cross of anything. Okay, and that's all the questions that are on this episode here, but there was the one, remember last episode I had one that somebody had asked me, and it was about beaver population and trapping them. Now, a buddy has a new trap line in Ontario, not in a very good beaver area, a lot of maples and stuff like that. Not a lot of poplar there, but I think he said he'd, a few weeks back, he'd only found 7 beaver houses already, and he was wondering if he should, and they all looked like mainly small houses with not a lot of sign, and if he wondered if he should just take 1 beavers out of each house. 1 beavers, that would be 1 beaver. But anywho, back, well, you know, 30 years ago when they were doing a quota system for beavers, they had it figured out to 1.5 beavers per colony. That it was what your quota was. I believe now in Ontario they've taken it down to 1. But an instant like that, my suggestion, or what I would do, is if I have a bunch of new houses, you'd be better off to just trap one house and take 2 beavers out of it and leave every second house alone. Being as how beavers mate for life, if you've got a breeding pair in there and you take one of them out, there's a chance, they will take another mate if the opportunity presents itself and they're not too old. But a lot of times you'll just get those beavers will, they'll just live by themselves and never take another mate. So, and then your house has got a beaver there that's just going to be a cantankerous old thing, and they usually get quite scarred up because they'll just fight with every beaver that comes through there and push them on out of the way. So I think your better suggestion would be to, just skip every second house and trap a couple beavers out of every second one instead of, taking one out of each, because you could end up taking half the breeding pair out of each one. The ideal situation would be to, take a couple beavers out of the second one, and hopefully you don't catch a breeding pair. Maybe, you catch a couple of the 2-year-olds if they're there, or a couple kits or whatever. But, because you need to have some taken out for bait. But, and it's not like you're gonna, nobody's been trapping that line for a while, and he's only, got the odd beaver house in there, so it's not like you're going to let the population build up. It's just an area that's never going to have a lot of beaver in it because of lack of substantial food and stuff. And it just blows my mind, to have a 100 square mile trap line and have, a dozen houses on it. And, when I can sit on a hill out here in Manitoba where there's lots of poplar and lots of water, and sit on a hill and count 11 houses without moving, just looking around in a circle, But anyways, that would be my suggestion for that, is, not taking one out of each house. Just jump over and take a couple out of every second one would be better off. At least that way you're leaving beavers there to mate and have babies and stuff. So anyways, I just want to mention too again about that, like not this Sunday for the chat, but the following Sunday is when we're going to try and get Mark from FHA on to take questions on grading, and if anybody has questions for him, you can put it on this thing too, and I'll pass them on to Norm. And that's on the chat that we have on Norm. That's Time on the Line channel, and it's every Sunday night at 7 o'clock Manitoba time, so that's 8 o'clock Ontario or Eastern time. So anywho, it's just a short video tonight, just had half a dozen questions, but it's all groovy. Beaver killing time is here. So we'll see you next week, and hopefully have a few more questions for you. Alrighty, a good night.